Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, I want to say a few more things about one of my all-time, maybe actually my favorite emulsifying agent, lecithin. Emulsions are blends of oil and water. Emulsifying agents or emulsifiers pull the oil and water together, and they are tremendously functional. In the human body, we have emulsions. Bile is an emulsifying agent. In skincare, we have emulsions. Pharmaceutical business depends on emulsions. Food is many foods are emulsions or contain emulsifying agents. Last program, we talked about soy and eggs, which are basically a mixture of fat and water. Soybeans and eggs are fat and water, and the whole thing brought together by what I call the ultimate natural emulsifier, which is lecithin. The lecithin content of eggs in particular make eggs an incredibly valuable food for chefs, not just, for sauces and for pastries and for mayonnaise. They can make your smoothies nice and creamy. If you crack an egg into your whey protein smoothie and you add some flaxseed oil or hemp seed oil, it'll bring the whole thing together, especially in the blender. So turn an ordinarily watery whey drink into a thick, creamy smoothie. And of course, you're going to get a boatload of nutritional value from the egg. You'll get protein and amino acids, not to mention B vitamins, vitamin D, A, zinc, magnesium, essential fatty acids. Sometimes whey protein manufacturers will actually add lecithin to their whey protein powders to so-called instatize it. If you see the word instatize on the label, chances are that your whey protein has some lecithin in it. Look out for soy lecithin, though. Sometimes soy lecithin can be, a lot of times soy lecithin is GMO, which means it's going to have more pesticides on it. Of course, with soy, you also run into problems with phytoestrogens. Soy can be a problem, a little bit of a problem. I think it's a little overstated. Soy is actually a wonderful source of protein. But if you want to stay away from soy, be careful of lecithin on the label of your whey protein. In the world of skincare, the emulsifying properties of lecithin make it ideal, make it an excellent natural emulsifier for creams and lotions. If you want to make your own creams and lotions at home, get lecithin oil and just mix it in with your oil phase, as they say. Remember, a cream or lotion is basically going to be water, oil, and an emulsifying agent. So you take your oil and you mix in some lecithin oil in with the oil, and then gradually pour in hot water into the mixture of your lecithin oil, and then whip it up, and you got yourself a cream. Now, I got to warn you, lecithin oil is very sticky and hard to work with. It's also stinky, especially soy lecithin. You can get sunflower lecithin. That's another source of liquid lecithin. It's not quite as stinky. It still stinks. I'm not very fond of the smell of lecithin, I have to tell you, as natural as it is and as gentle as it is. And it's also very, very sticky. So you want to warm up the lecithin and then warm up the oil so it all goes in together, and then gradually, very carefully pour your water in. And it helps if you're whipping as you're pouring the water in, either with a cake mixer, some kind of whipping device. And then it also helps if your water is warm. Lecithin is a good emulsifier, but it's not as powerful as the kind they use in industry, in the cosmetics industry. It's certainly not like glycerol stearate or cetyl alcohol or sodium lauryl sulfate. These are more high-tech emulsifiers, and you're going to get a lot more. You get a lot more stable product with those kinds of emulsifiers. But lecithin is much gentler. One of the easiest and most effective emulsifiers, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, is the beeswax and borax blend. Borax is it's a mineral type of substance composed of the element boron. Borax is readily available on the internet or in drugstores. It's used to kill ants, actually. Beeswax and borax put together, though, make a really, really interesting emulsifier. In fact, the original cream emulsion, the cold cream, which was invented by a guy named Galen, who was a Roman physician who lived 1,800 years ago, was the original cold cream was made with beeswax and borax and oil. And you can still do it today. It's still a basic emulsifier. You can add other things to it, but as a base, the beeswax and borax emulsion is a pretty effective and, I would say it's pretty gentle, a pretty effective and pretty gentle base that you can make at home. The basic formula is pretty easy. You just need some oil and some water and some beeswax and borax. That's it. You get your borax at the drugstore, off the internet. Beeswax is pretty much available anywhere. And then just get some water and oil. A good basic recipe is like maybe 20 to 25% beeswax, and then 50% oil. If you use vegetable oil, you got to be a little bit careful because vegetable oil goes rancid. So especially when it's combined with water. So you might want to use mineral oil. That's what the Cheeseboro Manufacturing Company, who took Galen's formula and made the original cold cream back in the late 19th century. They used mineral oil because it was much more stable. But whatever oil you decide to use, maybe half your product will be oil. And then you melt the oil and the beeswax together. Then you warm up the water. You got to have the water warm. You always want your water phase to be the same temperature as your oil phase. Otherwise, it'll all clump up. So you melt your beeswax in your oil. You warm your water. Don't boil it, though, because if you get your water too hot, you'll get this big explosion when you add the water into the oil. Not an explosion, but it'll just kind of fizz up, and you'll mess up your formula. So melt the beeswax in the oil. Get the water a little bit hot, and then pour it in, about 20 to 25% water, and then actually you want to add a little borax to the water first, maybe 1% borax, dissolve that into the water, and then take your water borax blend, add it to your beeswax oil blend, whip it all up, voila, you get yourself a nice cold cream. And then if you want to beef it up a little bit, you can throw some vitamin A in there, or vitamin E in there, or some herbal stuff in there, and you can use it to remove makeup, and you can use it to clean your skin as well. Lecithin is still gentler than borax, and even though it's not as effective, it's a pretty darn good emulsifying agent, and it's especially good for dissolving oil and using as a cleanser, using it as a cleansing agent. Remember, dirt tends to be oily. It's located in the oil phase. Lecithin will pull that off and actually make your dirt easier to rinse off your face. And this property of lecithin to make oil stuff rinse off easily is actually used in industry. I'll tell you about a really neat product when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this. We're talking about lecithin and emulsions. Got just a few more things to say. Got lots to say, actually, about lecithin. I don't know if I'm going to get to everything. Lecithin's amazing, amazing stuff. Lecithin has an ability to kind of help combine water and oil together, pull water and oil together, and this can be especially effective for cleansing and for cooking. If you don't want to have your pans have greasy stuff stuck to your pans, you can actually use lecithin to kind of coat the bottom of the pan. In fact, this property of making oil less sticky was exploited in the 1970s or leveraged in the 1970s by a guy named Arthur Meyerhoff. And Arthur Meyerhoff figured out that if he took some lecithin and dissolved it in a little bit of oil, the liquid, the blend of the lecithin and the oil, would make an anti-stick ingredient that he could use for cooking. And you guys can do this at home. You just take some lecithin and some oil and just kind of mix it up together and then coat the bottom of your pan. And then you can put eggs, cook up your eggs or whatever you're frying up, and it won't stick to the pan. In fact, Arthur Meyerhoff's product works so well that he put it in a little can, stuck some propellant in there, and called it Product of Arthur Meyerhoff, PAM, which we know today as PAM, Anti-Stick Cooking Spray. Product of Arthur Meyerhoff. All it is lecithin and canola oil. These days I'm sure it's GMO lecithin, but you can make your own. Just get some non-GMO organic lecithin oil from the health food store, mix it up with a little coconut oil. We've got to have to warm it. Remember, lecithin's a little sticky. So you warm it up, you make this little concoction and coat the bottom of your pan. And you could do the same thing to make your own makeup remover with lecithin and coconut oil. You might want to fragrance the lecithin. Use some lavender oil maybe, or you can use some chocolate flavor if you like. There's vanilla flavor, whatever you like. Vanilla and coconut oil go really well together. Mix up some lecithin and coconut oil, and you can make your own facial PAM, in essence anyway. Not really, but be a makeup remover and facial cleanser. It's not going to suds, but the lecithin will emulsify the dirt in the makeup and make it all easier to rinse off, and the coconut oil will get you some vitamin E and also have some skin softening effect. Make your own makeup remover with lecithin. Lecithin makes all fatty substances more water soluble, and that includes in the body. Lecithin is a vital biochemical. This is what makes it so neat. The way I look at it, this is what makes it so neat for skincare. It's in your body already. It's in your skin already. It's like you're not interfering with skin chemistry because it's already a biological compound. It's a biochemical. Lecithin makes fatty substances more soluble in the body like it does on the body. It helps the body transport fats through the blood. This makes it invaluable for cardiovascular health. It helps keep arteries clear of cholesterol deposits. Yes, lecithin is one of the best ways, using lecithin orally is one of the best ways to clear your arteries. It's part of an enzyme called LCAT, lecithin cholesterol acetyltransferase, LCAT. And this is a lecithin enzyme that actually pushes cholesterol into HDL, so that the HDL can clear the cholesterol out of the blood. HDL's purpose is to take cholesterol and clear it out of the blood and deliver it to the liver, and lecithin can facilitate that process. It improves the functionality, it improves the activity of HDL cholesterol, which isn't cholesterol, by the way. It's HDL. HDL carries cholesterol. It's not cholesterol. Lecithin helps the body absorb fatty vitamins. Take your lecithin with your meals. It helps your body absorb EFAs. One of the active components in bile is lecithin. And if you're missing a gallbladder, taking lecithin with your meals is a must. That's why Doc Wallach calls the ultimate enzymes, he calls it a gallbladder in a bottle, because of the bile salts. When you eat lecithin, it gets processed into your bile and will actually help soften your gallstones, even if they're already there. It'll help prevent new gallstones from forming. Because lecithin helps clear the arteries of cholesterol, it has benefits for brain health, for Alzheimer's disease and other dementias, which are associated with cholesterol deposits. And by the way, as far as brain health goes, lecithin is incredibly important for the brain and for the nervous system, and that includes Parkinson's disease. Maybe you guys saw yesterday an FDA committee voted 12-2 that the benefits of this new drug, Nuplazid, which is represents a whole new way of so-called treating something called Parkinson's dementias. It's a whole new category of drugs now for Parkinson's dementias made by this drug company called Acadia. So anyway, this FDA committee voted 12-2 that the benefits of Nuplazid outweighed the risk. Nuplazid supposedly treats Parkinson's dementia. Parkinson's dementia occurs in nearly half of Parkinson's disease patients. Now, if you're out there thinking, oh, well, dementia is Alzheimer's disease, isn't it? You're right. That's because Parkinson's disease is exactly the same thing as Alzheimer's disease, except it's happening in a different part of the brain. The distinction, the artificial distinction between Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease is only there to create foundations and to create specialists and to create drugs. It's not there. That distinction, calling these two things separate diseases, doesn't help us in reversing, in the reversal process, and that's why nobody can do anything really for Parkinson's or Alzheimer's, because they're basically the same thing. They're degenerative processes. The only difference between Parkinson's and Alzheimer's is where in the brain the degeneration occurs. The symptoms are pretty much the same. In Parkinson's, you get more movement disorders because it affects the area of the brain where movement is coordinated, and in Alzheimer's you get more thinking issues or dementia issues because the degeneration is occurring in the front of the brain, but it's basically the same breakdown, just in a different part of the brain. This is one of the most important ideas of what I call the bright side philosophy, and if you get nothing else from this program, you'll get a lot if you just understand this in terms of dealing with a degenerative disease. There are no special diseases. These are all 12,000 so-called chronic degenerative diseases are the same generic biochemical processes. The creation of these arbitrary designations, these arbitrary distinctions, Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease, this is a medical industry scam, a self-serving scam, so that innocent and suffering patients and their families can have the privilege of giving their money and their trust to specialists, special doctors, and special drugs, and special foundations, and special races, and special hats, and special t-shirts, and special ice bucket challenges, and pink ribbons, and none of which makes a whit's bit of difference in getting us healthier. There are no special diseases. It's all the same stuff, folks. The body just falls apart. Alzheimer's disease is the front part of your brain dissolving. Parkinson's disease is another part of your brain dissolving. It's just your brain dissolving. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. I was going to talk about this drug, this new drug, and lecithin actually is one of the best things you could do for Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson's disease or movement disorder issues, any kind of neurodegenerative health issues. And I did want to just touch on this crazy new drug for dementia and talk a little bit about, I think we'll finish this up tomorrow. I got so much more I want to say here. Later on this week or maybe next, we'll talk about nutrients that you should use if you're going to be leveraging the ketogenic diet. Lecithin is one of those nutrients. If you're going to be eating more fat, you want to eat more lecithin. And lots of ways you can get lecithin. Health food stores pretty much all carry lecithin. Look for non-GMO and organic lecithin. And as I said earlier, I like sunflower lecithin, although the only powder that I've ever seen is soy-based. Sunflower lecithin is oil, and the oil is definitely stinky and sticky and hard to work with. But we'll continue all this tomorrow, and we'll especially talk about Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and lecithin, and also this new drug, Nuplazid, for Parkinson's dementia. Okay, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to California. Good morning, Pam. What is going on? How you doing?
Oh, good morning, Ben.
Greetings.
Really good to speak with you. I have two things. Actually, I could go on all day, and I wish you were on the radio more hours than you are. But anyway.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm fascinated, and I've learned a whole lot. So anyway.
Good. Excellent.
My first question is, not quite a year ago, I got some of your retinol cream from, it was a lady who worked with your old company.
Okay, we shall not mention their name.
You should not, yes. But anyway, I got some of that from her, and I really had great results with it.
Was it the prescription? What kind of retinol? Was it the prescription one, or was it?
No, it was your 5%.
Oh, the peeling cream.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Did it work well for you?
It worked really well, and that's what I'm coming to. And then you sent me a sample of your omega-6.
Okay.
And I'm not online, unfortunately, so that's why.
Oh, you can't order. You can only. When I sold the other company, I had to sign an agreement that said I would only be online. So.
But there is a phone number on the top of this omega-6 multi-purpose healing cream.
Yeah, that phone number is just for information, to get you information, but not for ordering. Why don't you do this, Pam? I'm still trying to figure out how to do that for folks who aren't online, but there are legal issues there. So send me an email, ben@ksco.com, and I'll send you a sample. And I'll also send you a sample of my. I'll send you a sample of my retinol peeling, my retinol 5% gel, which is much gentler than the other product that you mentioned. It's much gentler, and it's a much better product, actually. But if you put your phone number in there, I'll talk to you off the air. I'll talk to you in person, and we'll discuss how we can get that taken care of for you.
It might be a friend, because that's my problem. I'm not online, so
maybe we'll get your friend to do it. We'll figure out something. I want to get you the product, so we'll figure out something.
I really do want to buy. Now, that brings me real fast is I did find, a book written by an MD called The Autoimmune Solution. Her name is Amy Myers, Myers, MD.
Okay.
She's amazing. She talks almost, she could be your twin sister.
Right. Would she talk about the gut and about leaky gut and all that?
She went through years of thyroid issues, had Graves' disease, and says over and over in this book how her medical colleagues just really let her down because they did not believe in nutrition. They did not believe in any of the things that you're talking about. And they finally talked her into all these, immune suppressant drugs. The upshot, she had to finally have her thyroid removed.
Oh, my gosh.
So
that's awful.
Angry about it.
Is she angry in the book?
Yes.
She should be. That is one of the most Byzantine, medieval, barbaric surgeries of all. There's a lot of them, but that one is the most. If you ever see somebody without a thyroid, it is just heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. And they do it for Graves' disease, for autoimmune disease. That's why they take it out.
And went through months of having this excess thyroid leak into her body and having symptoms. But anyway, the upshot of it is, she said, I'll never let this happen to anybody else.
Good for her.
She investigated this, the diet, about leaky gut, about all of these different...
She should be on the bright side. That's all the stuff we're talking about.
I want you to get her on but she talks about the grains. She says no grains are healthy.
Pretty much.
Yes, and
there's healthy things in grains, but that doesn't make the grains themselves healthy.
She talks about you. Not about you, but how these grains do make substances that prevent them from being eaten and attacked.
She talks about all that. Oh, that's neat.
Of that.
I got to get that book. What's it called now?
It's amazing.
I've never heard anybody say that before.
Well, she's the first doctor I've ever found.
Okay, well, she's right on. I got to get a hold of her. Well, tell me the name of the book real quick, Pam.
The name of it is called, and it's new, The Autoimmune Solution, Prevent and Reverse the Full Spectrum of Inflammatory Diseases. She has people come to her from all over the United States.
Awesome.
Follow a 1-month diet, very, very
They probably
limited.
leave like new people. I bet they leave like
They
a new
do,
person.
and they don't believe it. Even her own father, who was completely resistant, went for years and finally got so desperate that he said, all right, I'll do
I'm
it
telling
already.
you, Pam, I've seen it so many times. I want everybody out there listening, and to what Pam's saying, what I'm saying right now. If you have an autoimmune disease, it is 100% reversible because it's a process. It's something that's happening into your body. You stop doing that, you start to support the body, and it's 100% reversible. I got to get this gal's book. Maybe we'll get her on the air. Thank you so much for sharing, Pam.
She is online, Amy Myers, MD.com.
MEYERS, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, good deal. Thank you so much, Pam. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for sharing that.
You too.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
take care. Bye-bye. Okay, Victor in L.A., what's going on? Welcome to the bright side, brother.
Yeah, Victor.
Victor. Yes,
I
sir.
had inflammation of the prostate for 4 or 5 years already.
Okay.
I always go to the bathroom.
Okay, let me get you some strategies for it. You ready?
Please.
Okay, number one, most important for the prostate, and for all men who are going to the bathroom over the age of 45, 50, going to the bathroom, starting to go to the bathroom once or twice in the middle of the night, 3 times in the middle of the night. Sometimes you go to the bathroom, you think like you have to urinate, but you can't. Number one, first and foremost, beta-cytosterol, all-time greatest supplement for dealing with prostate, symptomatically anyway, dealing with BPH. 300 milligrams a day, beta-cytosterol. You want me to spell that, Victor?
300 milligrams. Beta-cytosterol.
Cytosterol, beta-cytosterol. Amazing stuff. Next thing, zinc, 50 milligrams a day. Must have for everybody. If you're not supplementing with zinc 50 milligrams a day, you are missing a key mineral, especially for the prostate. Okay? I like zinc picolinate, Picolinate. Fats. The prostate is a fatty gland. Anything you could do to support fat metabolism. First and foremost, staying away from fried, processed fats. French fries and chips and, all the stuff we love to eat. And then replacing those with omega fats, especially omega-3 fats. Get yourself on the Ultimate EFAs, 9 capsules a day. There's also, by the way, Longevity has a product called ProstFX that you can throw in there, too.
The omega carry 1,000 milligrams, is it? Per capsule?
Ultimate EFA. Say that again?
The omega.
Omega-3 fatty acids. Get on the Ultimate EFA, 9 capsules a day. Call 866-735-2470. Tell them you want the Ultimate EFA. Hang on, Victor. There's tons more I'm going to get you. So don't go away. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We're in L.A. talking to Victor. Are you there, my friend? Victor.
Doctor.
Okay, so
you gave me, it's already in a bottle, right?
Yes, it's in a bottle. And I'm going to go a little... Victor, I got a whole bunch of calls, so I'm going to go a little bit fast. If you want to review, go to benfuchsarchives.com or pharmacistben.com. At pharmacistben.com, and by the way, that's an awesome website, pharmacistben.com. We have a 24-hour replay, so you can go back and listen, because there's tons of it. I'm going to give you a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to go slow. I'm going to go quickly here. So in addition to the Ultimate EFAs from Longevity, and the zinc and the beta-cytosterol, you got to focus on fats. That means eliminating fatty foods and using fatty nutrients, especially vitamin E, 400 international units a day, and vitamin D. The best way to get your vitamin D is from the sun. Stay away from fried and processed fats. Stick with the good fats. Use lecithin with your meals. And then if you want to throw a couple more things in, make sure you're stabilizing your blood sugar. There's a very important relationship between elevated blood sugar and dysglycemia and prostate issues, so make sure you're doing all the stuff to treat yourself as if you were diabetic. And then iodine, which gets a lot of play as a thyroid mineral, which it is. It's important for thyroid hormone. Is also important for the prostate gland. So make sure you're getting your iodine, iodorol. I like that form of iodine. Eating seaweed and fish and ocean type products. And then one more thing, if you want to throw one more thing in, vitamin C, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day. Of course, getting on your Healthy Start Pack is always a good idea just to get your basic Mighty 90 essential nutrients. Okay, my friend, I'm going to motivate. Have a beautiful day. Thanks so much for calling from LA, Victor.
Give me the phone number.
Yes, 866.
Vitamins.
Yes, you can order all this from, here's the number, 866. 735. 2470. Tell him you spoke. Tell him you spoke to me, and sign up and join the Brightside Ben team, and you can get your products at the wholesale price, and you and I can work together.
Very good, Doctor.
Thank you, Victor. Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, Sandy in St. Louis, welcome to the Bright Side. What's up?
Hi, Glenn. Glenn. Hi, Ben. So,
Yes.
I'm Sandy in St. Louis that lives on Fuchs Road. How cool is that?
Oh, you're that Sandy. That's so cool. Fuchs Road, huh? How do you
Yeah.
like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good to talk to you. Thanks for your order, too, by the way. We shipped it out yesterday.
Yeah. So I'm excited about getting the True Skincare that came, it was in mail as of yesterday, so I'm excited to get it.
Yes.
And I'm a new longevity distributor, too, as I'm
Nice.
feeling the difference of the product. I'm very excited. I want to
Awesome.
thank you for your work, your enthusiasm. You just, you turned me on along with Dr. Glidden. With,
Nice.
Starting to feel good, and I'm starting to feel good, and I'm 70. So that's
I hear it in your voice, Sandy. That is so awesome. So how long have you been on the products now?
I have been on since the 1st of February, and I had a lot of things going on. Nothing, really horrible, but I'm learning to sleep.
That's awesome. So you weren't feeling, you knew, there was nothing dramatic, but you just knew you weren't at your best kind of thing. Is that accurate?
I was not at my best, no energy, and then I came down with bronchitis, which got me onto 13, and then got me into Glidden, and then got me into you, and blah, 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 and here it is, the end of March, and I know that I'm not going to have bronchitis next year.
That's awesome. Now, don't you want to stand on top of the roof and scream this to everybody?
I do, and that's why I became a distributor,
That's
because,
awesome.
It's something that I believe in, and then when you feel it, it's just incredible.
You want everybody to feel it. You can't keep it to yourself. That's what we're...
And the honesty of having the nutrition versus MDs.
Right. Like there's not a magic formula. You got to kind of take control of your life. It's like, it's the truth. That's why I call my skincare line the truth, because that's what this is about. It's the truth. The truth is that you can do it yourself, but you got to take the bull by the horns. The medical model says just take this pill, come in and get a checkup, get this surgical procedure done. No, you got to change the way you live, and that includes the nutrition. All right, so what's going on? Tell me how I can help you today, Sandy, because we're going to run out of time.
Okay. All right, yes.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you going to say one more thing? What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, by ordering the truth, it was so nice to be followed up with an email that you were telling me specifically, do it this way, and it was just nice. It was just nice.
I appreciate that. Everybody I want to know who's ordering the products. I want to know who's using them, and that's why I give you access to me. What other skin health company is going to give you access to the formulator?
I know.
Have you ever heard of a skincare company saying you can call the formulator of the products? No, it doesn't happen.
Then you're interested in what my how it works for me. So I mean, this is cool. So it's worth trying it, and I'm excited to get it. So. All
right, will you stay in touch? Let us know how everything's working for you. And then you got a question?
Yeah, just real quickly, coffee enemas. Listening to Mike and Mike, I've added. I really like the coffee enemas, and I've added a little bit of glutamine and aloe to them.
Mike and Mike, like ESPN? Mike and Mike?
Yeah.
Are you serious? They're talking about coffee enemas, Mike and Mike?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How funny.
Because Mike Phillip was talking about it, and then the other Mike comes in, and he's telling how he does it, so he adds the glutamine and the aloe, and I'm thinking, okay.
Okay, all right. Well, there's some benefits to, it's part of the Gerson therapy, and I like Gerson.
The coffee enemas are really rejuvenating. And
have you done them? You've done them?
I'm sorry?
You've done them, I take it.
Yes, and I enjoy them because it just feels like there's been. It's not like an enema. I mean, it is, but
it's not like an ordinary enema. Caffeine has some really interesting properties.
You clean out, you do a regular enema, and then you do the coffee enema, and when you hold that for like 15 minutes, I mean, I can almost feel the bile coming out of the gallbladder that I'm thankful that I have.
That's right. That's right. Praise God.
Things are working. Anyway, so my question is, I want to put this to you, is that since Mike and Mike are doing the glutamine and the aloe, I'm thinking, well, I ordered this glutathione tablet that you put underneath your tongue. I don't know. Maybe
I don't know either. I have my doubts about that glutathione under the tongue. The best way to do glutathione is to stimulate your own. Make sure you're healthy enough, and that means using glutamine use glutamine powder, vitamin C, selenium, sulfur. These are all mechanisms. Protein, any kind of good protein will get you the glutamine. Whey protein is particularly good. That's the best way to do it. And the coffee enemas, there's definitely some interesting benefits. It's more medicinal than I don't usually talk about it because it's more medicinal than nutritional. But caffeine is a vasodilator. It opens things up. So when you hold it in there like that, you're opening up your bile. You're opening up all the bile tubules, so the bile flows better. You're cleaning out the liver, and it also has been shown to stimulate your own natural glutathione. So there's lots of benefits to that. I don't know if I do it too often, but Gerson recommended, I think, once a week or once every few weeks for cancer patients.
Yeah, and it's really, really nice. So the thing of it is I've got these leftover, since I've learned everything that you just said, I've got these leftover glutathione, glutathione tablets that you put underneath. I'm thinking, well, I can add that to the coffee enema, and then it doesn't go through the intestinal tract.
That's very clever. That's very clever. Go right into the blood. Yes, you can do that. Now you got to make sure it's, stuff goes right into, when you do an enema, it's going right into your blood. So you want to make sure everything's on the up and up with the product. But it should work fine.
Product.
Good deal. All right, Sandy, thank you so much. Enjoy the truth. And stay in touch. I'd love to hear how you're doing. Okay. All right, Carl, the Truth Raider. What's up, my brother?
Good morning, Benjamin.
What's going on?
Contributing to the conversation.
All right. You always have something interesting to say, Carl, the Truth Raider. So what's going on today?
I might have touched on this before, but
you sound like you're feeling better too, Carl, the Truth Raider.
Just barely. It's one of these type of colds and flus.
No, but you had a stroke. You're telling me you were stroking out the last time I talked to you. Pre-stroke.
Because I was acidosis was the problem.
Who told you that? What wise person told you that?
Some pharmacist guy on the radio.
Yes. Did you do the baking soda? Did you do the baking soda?
Oh yes, I'll have to hold my nose to do that.
Did it help?
It's awful. Yeah.
Did it help?
I haven't had another episode. No.
I told you. That was a classic sign of acidosis. You're all, I'm stroking out. I'm having a stroke. All right.
Anyway, okay, about the toothpaste versus tooth gel.
6 of one, half dozen of the other. They're both. The gel is a little bit nastier chemical typically. Well, I shouldn't say that necessarily because the fluoride is really the bad. Toothpaste, you're not eating it except for the fluoride. That's the one big problem with toothpaste and tooth gel. You can make your own with baking soda.
Right.
That's another purpose. That's another use for baking soda. Make your own toothpaste with baking soda. Just put a little bit in water and make up a little paste. Brush with it, and then rinse it out with something acidic, and you'll get a little fizzing action. And that fizzing action will actually have a cleansing effect. And that's, by the way, that's how bile works in the body. Bile and food that leaves the stomach acidic. Bile hits it. You get a little fizzing action, and it cleans. And you can use that little trick to clean your dishes too with baking soda and vinegar. Carl, I got to motivate. Have a beautiful day, man. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Tomorrow we'll continue talking about emulsions and Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and lecithin and heart health and supplements you could use for the ketogenic diet. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional reputation? Unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and negative articles can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? ReputationDefender.com can help protect your good name. Get a free consultation now. Call 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from ReputationDefender.com right now. Call 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com today.
Biochemistry determines your mood, memory, energy, and endurance. Your body's primary metabolic function is to make protein. One World Whey is a unique, non-denatured protein. This enables your body to have virtually 100% utilization, whereas typical whey protein powders offer no more than 18% utilization of protein. One World Whey also delivers life-giving frequencies to your cells. The net result for so many people is improved energy, mood, and elimination of pain from inflammation.
This technologically enhanced One World Whey has been really amazing for me. I'm 36 years old, and for the past several years, I've been struggling with lack of energy, drive, and stamina. And after just 2 weeks on this product, I'm feeling so much more energy. My yoga practice has deepened, and as a massage therapist, I'm able to see more clients than I've been able to in years. I've never felt results that quick with anything I've ever taken.
Call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld.com.
Are you worried about how dangerous the world has become? In these days of terrorist attacks, natural disasters, or even a future collapse, you need to be medically prepared to keep your family safe. I'm Joe Alton, MD of store.doomandbloom.net, where you'll find an entire line of uniquely designed medical kits and supplies for when help is not on the way. For everything from individual first aid kits to the ultimate family medical bag, go to store.doomandbloom.net today. That's store.doomandbloom.net. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, Pat Matthews again. I want to talk to you about selling online. And when I say selling, I'm talking about your home, your car, and even buying a house or a new set of wheels. There's a new kid in town, and that's buysellmakeoffer.com. The revolution has already begun, and I invite you to be a part of it. You see, get in on the ground floor because buysellmakeoffer.com never charges item fees. Can you imagine what the other guys might charge you for selling a car on their site? Let alone a house. Well, buysellmakeoffer.com doesn't do that. And you can use Skype and YouTube videos to sell your products, big or small. Go right now to buysellmakeoffer.com and set up your account. For as little as $7.95 per month, you can sell up to 50 items. And they'll give you the first 30 days free just to try it out. Remember, no per item fees. Join the revolution today. buysellmakeoffer.com. And tell them Pat Matthews sent you.
No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
So you've got to take a state construction license exam or certification. Can't decide on what books or what chapters to study? Discover right now how you can eliminate unnecessary books and wasted study time. At contractorexam.com, our study materials zero in on state-required test topics in an effective, multiple-choice format. So whether you're a plumber, electrician, general contractor, or other construction-related trade, contractorexam.com will help get you prepared. Visit us at www.contractorexam.com today.
CardioFX from Youngevity is designed specifically to promote optimal heart health. That's why Ben Fuchs recommends it.
You might want to think about using the Ultimate Cardio FX, which is a source of taurine. Each capsule in the Cardio FX has got a good dose of the B vitamins. It's got 4 major B vitamins in there: vitamin B12, niacin, vitamin B6, and folic acid. Numerous research studies have shown that the B vitamins and homocysteine, that toxic chemical that builds up in the body under B vitamin deficiency states, numerous studies have talked about lowering homocysteine as being far more relevant for protecting the heart than cholesterol numbers. If I was dealing with heart disease, I would be making sure I was getting enough B vitamins, I was getting enough vitamin C before I even thought about dealing with cholesterol or LDL or HDL.
If you're concerned about the health of your heart, order CardioFX from Youngevity by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com.
Worried about lead, fluoride, and other contaminants in your drinking water? Get a ProPure with the Pro 1G 2.0 cleanable reusable filter and remove up to 200 contaminants. Drink water the way nature meant it to be. Clean, crisp, and refreshing. See the complete line of ProPure products, including the new ProMax shower filter. There's a ProPure for you. Visit your authorized ProPure dealer for details or ProPureUSA.com. That's ProPureUSA.com or 800-544-3533.
Are you worried about how dangerous the world has become? In these days of terrorist attacks, natural disasters, or even a future collapse, you need to be medically prepared to keep your family safe. I'm Joe Alton, MD of store.doomandbloom.net, where you'll find an entire line of uniquely designed medical kits and supplies for when help is not on the way. For everything from individual first aid kits to the ultimate family medical bag, go to store.doomandbloom.net today. That's store.doomandbloom.net. You'll be glad you did.
This is Sharon Hunt. Before using Heart and Body Extract, my energy level was very, very low. I could only walk a few feet and then would have to sit down. I was tired and lethargic. But after taking Heart and Body Extract, my energy level has improved greatly, and I can now walk longer distances without getting tired so fast. Thank you, Heart and Body Extract.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on healthcare by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about healthcare. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join the Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Water is the single most important thing your body needs, so you want to be sure it's the best for you and your family. Since 2005, thousands have depended on Berkey purified water. The Berkey Guy provides the lowest priced filtration systems in every size. For incredibly delicious water now and in an emergency, get to goberkey.com or call 877-886-3653. 877-886-3653. goberkey.com.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $26 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-403-4885. That's 1-800-403-4885. 1-800-403-4885. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details in the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Are you worried about how dangerous the world has become? In these days of terrorist attacks, natural disasters, or even a future collapse, you need to be medically prepared to keep your family safe. I'm Joe Alton, MD of store.doomandbloom.net, where you'll find an entire line of uniquely designed medical kits and supplies for when help is not on the way. For everything from individual first aid kits to the ultimate family medical bag, go to store.doomandbloom.net today. That's store.doomandbloom.net. You'll be glad you did.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Has your body ever gone low blood sugar, feeling weak, shaky, knowing you better eat something fast? We all know high blood sugar can lead to many metabolic problems. At GCNteam.com, we have a healthy blood sugar pack, focusing on the structure and function of stable blood sugar. Find us at GCNteam.com or call 877-878-4203. Nothing feels worse than unstable blood sugar. Call 877-878-4203. That's 877-878-4203.